Yo, what's up? It's your boy Goku. It's back with another video, and this is part 7 of Word of Goku. What's up, Berserk is saying? Without any further ado, let's get into it. So last part I left off, Goku faced off against Beerus, actually defeating him, and Beerus is basically in comparison to Goku, and Beerus offered Goku the role of God of Destruction, but said Vegeta would probably be a better fit with Vegeta accepting, and in order to grow the strength of father, we decided, and Beerus decided to invite him to the planet, and Goku, Vegeta, and Raditz all goes and train on Beerus' planet, while Gohan decided to stay back on Earth, and he decided to train the little kids. Raditz kid, if y'all want me to name Raditz kid, just I'm just gonna know what everybody else does and name a ranch. But I'm just gonna do what everybody else does. And Trunks, Goten, and Ranch all training other Supreme Kais to grow their strength as well. And yes, I'm actually gonna age him up this time. Imagine Trunks looking at like his future counterpart as he was a kid. They're all stronger and taller, and they both all have access to Ultimate, focusing on not just their Saiyan size, because they're not. Even though they have massive potential, not as much as Gohan, but them being Hybrid Saiyans, drew the potential to even massive amount. And Supreme Kai, Elder Kai, unlocked their potential. Now, days got past, and Han had been born at this point, with her having a massive potential, even Goku being able to essential power from Beerus' planet. Whoa. Is that Gohan kid? Is that my grandkid? It's Raditz and Vegeta look on and be like, wait a second. Yo, that kid, as Pan was born with a massive power level of almost 1,000,000. Oh, yeah, Pan is just born with a really high power level. Huh. I guess this newer generation is going to grow to surpass us. Nah, it's still gonna be a couple years before they even lay a hand on me, Goku says. But cutting off in the deep edges of space, the remnants of the Frieza Force are trying to find Namek to find the Dragon Balls to resurrect Frieza and King Cold. Herbe, where are you? What's progress report now? Well, we haven't been able to locate Namek, but we are able to find the planet where Frieza was killed. Really? Where? Earth. Or Earth. It's in a far stretch of the universe, and apparently most of the sands in the universe were like there. Most? It seems that Vegeta's brother, Turbo, he stayed alive. We could ignore him for now, but first, let's make our way to this Earth. As they go and they get a progress report a couple months later, asking Frieza soldiers collected all of the Dragon Balls and Horate those there. But they have no idea how to activate them, and there's only 6. There's supposed to be 7. As Pilaf shows up, as they sell little kids, they did sell me Bulma. They have Dragon Radar, so they just been collecting these Dragon Balls for Bulma. And they realize that all the Dragon Balls is in one place, so they're like, "Oh well, I guess we're just going to bring them back. We're just going to bring them back there." As they notice it's Frieza soldiers, and they have guns pointed at them, pretty much force them and tell them how to activate the Dragon Balls. And so they make a wish, and it's to resurrect Frieza. As Sharon says, "I could, but that's going to be a problem." What's the problem? When Frieza was resurrected, he was cut into pieces, disintegrated almost. He will come back to the body where he died from. Well, that's no problem. With our new technology, we can heal him up pretty well. But there's a second problem, is he also died on Namek. So he'd be resurrected on the planet that no longer exists. Well, could you teleport him? Sure. I even do you a favor. I count that all just as one wish. And pieces of Frieza began falling down from the sky as he began moving around, and his stand shivers. Our next wish is to resurrect King Cole. As King as King Cole is also being resurrected, he's in much more stable condition as Frieza. And for the last final wish, they wish for King Cole to have the same power potential as Frieza. As King Cole feels himself just becoming stronger. As they set off and they leave Earth, and everybody noticed, did someone use the Dragon Balls? As Bulma kind of gets angry to peel off things, thinking they did it, but they soon make their way back to her, explain what happened. Oh well, we deal with it when they come here. They're not going to be strong enough to beat Goku anyway, so it really isn't going to matter. As cutting on Frieza's ship, they put Frieza in the healing pot, and Frieza comes out fully charged, powers as intense as ever. He's grown stronger since he was on Namek, almost like a Saiyan. We're not going to be able to beat those monkeys. Apparently they went head to head with Majin Buu and Beerus, and Goku even was managed to defeat Beerus. As King Cole and Frieza noticed, because they was watching down from Tartarus, and they're horrified. But maybe we have to take the step out of the Sans book. Maybe we have to train. But there's no way we're going to be able to catch up to them. They're in the realm of the gods. As Horby points out, actually, there's this far-off planet. They have this room, apparently. One day in there, a couple years in there is about 1 month out here. Or a year out here, it's about 10 years in there. Oh, so a month out here equal a year in there. In order to keep things simplistic, I'm doing that. So a month out here is a year in that room. Yes, Lord Frieza and King Cole. Well, set off to this planet as they get there. King Cole and Frieza both enter the room, but they says, "Wait, we may need extra help." Well, look like I just have to call your brother, Cooler. As Cooler comes to the planet, Aid notices, "Oh, you're both alive. Long time no see." Freeze, Cooler, we need your help. As Cooler is annoyed at both of them, he doesn't like them at all. But they both agree, and all three of them enter this time chamber. And they notice they don't need to eat a lot anyway. They notice this massive food. And they all train for a complete year in that room. And they've already grown exponentially in power, unlocking golden forms. But they all know their powers would be greater, so they decided to hone their skills even more. As cutting back to Beerus and Whis, Goku have just from a few months of training with Whis have already grown exponentially, learning how to cultivate his God Ki in more ways than one, as well as Vegeta learning how to use the Kaishia energy from Beerus, and Raditz is just there, purely focusing on the God forms, while Goku has tried learning the basics of Ultra Instinct from Whis. Raditz decided to focus on his Sand roots, completely focusing on something else. Since he still has his tails, he grows an artificial moon, and he notices a new form he activated, already having complete control over Gozaru. He will compress it into his base, unlocking Super Saiyan 4. And it seems like this is the pinnacle of your strength, and it seems you combine it with your other Saiyan forms as well. But isn't this a Super Saiyan form? Well, no. It's more like an upgrade to your Ozaru. More like your primitive state. This is the pinnacle of your physical strength, while Super Saiyan God acts as the pinnacle of your ki. Maybe you should combine the two. And then combined with Super Saiyan, see what happens. But Raditz decided to do something easier. He decides to combine this new primal form with Super Saiyan, unlocking a form to have white hair. As Raditz like, whoa. And it feels this form is as strong as Super Saiyan God, if not even more stronger, almost comparable to Super Saiyan Blue. Super Saiyan Primal let's call this Primal Super Saiyan. As Raditz still knows he could go beyond, so he's focusing on those, and he decides to focus on combining his God Key with Primal first, unlocking a new form, trying to unlock a new form of that, and that's what Vegeta, Goku, and Raditz is going to be going for this year. But the people of Earth, Gohan, he manages to connect his ultimate form and making it stronger. He's making it essentially space. He's making it perfect. As Goten, Ranch, and Trunks are also doing the same. As they're growing stronger, and Chi-Se isn't even mad since Gohan no longer has the need to use any of the Goten, or Gohan no longer has the need to view any of their other forms. She doesn't see them as delinquents anymore. So this ultimate form, since they can use it all the time, not only are they strong, they're going to become great scholars. And just don't look like delinquents anymore. And Chi is fine with this. As long as Gohan and Goten keep studying and working hard on their schooling and their job, she has no problem with any of them training. Since she knows how strong Goku is, and they're saying there's no stopping fans from training. But with everybody growing in power, so is the threat Frieza, Cold, and Cooler looming in the background as the full 10 years inside of the time chamber passes, with them unlocking their essentially perfect forms. With Frieza unlocking Black just as he did in canon. With King Cold unlocking his own custom form, not choosing to copy Frieza. He chooses something better. A silver form, something more fit of a king. Platinum Cold. As Cooler already have his foot form, he chooses a color. That's something he truly likes, the color red. Or something even greater, Diamond. Diamond Cooler. It's Diamond Cooler, he dubs it. As we all step out the time chamber, unlocking the pinnacle of their strength, mastering all of their powers. As their first order of business, they decide to head towards Earth. But Gohan picks this up. He notices 3 massive power levels, almost as strong as Goku, if not even stronger than both of them. As Raditz, Vegeta, and Goku were all in Whis' attack, which does have time dilation, so they are training, and they realize that their god forms essentially stop them from aging. So as long as they stay in them, they don't have to worry about aging inside of the time chamber, since they're essentially immortal with the forms on. As Raditz, in the span of these basically 2 years that he's been training Whis, he's managed to combine his god form with Super Saiyan, with Primal, which is basically Super Saiyan 4. And with a red tint of hair, he basically mastered his form, not being able to merge it with Super Saiyan yet. With Vegeta learning the basics of Ultra Ego down, his new form, as well as Goku using the basics of Ultra Instinct, focusing, and learning control, which is a good downside for him, which in turn it helps Goku learn how to master his power better. It keeps him from going berserk, and it keeps him from losing the show, which is why Ultra Instinct is the perfect technique for him, because it teaches him control, to control his emotions, and not let his rage overwhelm him. But they all step out of the chamber. Beerus, being there with him, growing stronger and power himself, eventually one step ahead of Goku. He matches UI, and he challenges Goku to a rematch. This time with Beerus, Sakaishi, and Macro Ultra Instinct. which is not really transformation, it's still a technique. Beerus actually manages to best Goku at the time, with him having massive potential as well. He actually best Goku, and he's now retained his title as the strongest. As Beerus is kind of excited as he sees Vegeta use the Ultra Ego, huh? Maybe it's time to let somebody else take this mantle of destruction. As Beerus keeps that in mind, but he says, no, Vegeta isn't ready right now. Maybe another time. As King Cold, Frieza, and Cold all land on Earth in their perfect forms, as Gohan and the other half breeds and the humans, with their pinnacle technique, with the humans' pinnacle of power, using their God Ki as well, them having God Ki as well. But as I realized when I read the manga, God Ki is just Gassans. In the manga, Toppo uses something called God Aura, not being a Kaiser form. Embarrassed. As long as any race in Dragon Ball, it seems, sharing somebody who have God Ki, they could be anybody could be taught God Ki. And just to say the humans have the God Aura, that same God Aura that Toppo had in the Tournament of Power in the manga. And the humans have mastered that. With the Hybrid Saiyans being even stronger than they are in canon, with them all powering up into their ultimate forms, this is now essentially their base forms. Frieza subs up first. Now, remembering Goten and Gohan, with Goten looking a lot like Goku, which just raises Frieza. As he looks at Gohan, from being that little kid that's on Namek, Gohan steps up to face off against Frieza. As Frieza goes out and rushes at Gohan, but it essentially does nothing to Gohan as he's nearly collapsed up from the pure amount of power that Frieza is letting off. And he can barely get up. As Gohan powers up more, going 100%, transforming into Beast. As he goes and tries to attack Frieza, but it's not working. Frieza is effortlessly dodging every single last one of Gohan attacks, as the others rushes at King Cold or Cooler. With the kids going into their own iterations of Beast, with Piccolo going to his own orange form or transformation, rushes at Cooler and Cold, while the kids take on Cold. Piccolo decides to take on Cooler, with the humans giving all of them back up. And the humans are getting pushed back. As the Saiyans are watching this from Beerus' planet. Huh. Beerus, you think we're going to be strong enough to take them on? More than enough. They may have grown stronger, but you guys have grown as well. I say all of you about equal in power. As they continue to watch on for a bit, Gohan, you have to let go. You have to use your anger. As Gohan begins, I think Beast Form works a lot like Ultimate and works a lot off like Rage Slash, which is how Gohan eventually unlocked it. I think the angrier Gohan gets, the stronger he also gets, or he can burst into raw power. I think that's how the Beast Form works in my opinion, but it's not really. We don't really know a lot about it. So Gohan begins to lay heads on Frieza, and Frieza's like impressive monkey. But Frieza then begins to use more of his power, as neither of them getting the upper hand on the other, which Gohan actually being one of the strongest beings within Universe 7. He powers up Kamehameha, going Kaioken, taking a technique from Piccolo and Goku, time 20, as he sends a massive Kamehameha towards Frieza. As Frieza put his hand out, please, as if that's strong enough to kill me. As Frieza begins to push back as well, as Gohan, his feet barricaded on the ground, begins to get pushed back, and he's sinking into the earth. Monkey, you are quite strong. I wouldn't have expected you to go this powerful. As Gohan closes his eyes, summoning as much power as he can, in order to get Goku and his others attention. His power shooting up in the air, as well as the kids not faring well this cold, like at all. That's how powerful these new forms are, the Frost Demons. Now, today will be the end of the Saiyan race. Today will be the end of these monkeys. Today is going to be the end of these monkeys. As Frieza overwhelmed Gohan ability, as Piccolo's not playing well against Cooler at all, but he is holding his own. Going into a full Kaioken times 100 on top of his other forms. Each powers like a special beam cannon targeted towards Cooler, but it does damage his Cooler, which the special beam cannon grows over time. It is able to blast a hole through Cooler arm. Really? Look like I'm gonna have to pay a visit to your home world. As Cooler, Cold, and Shield flies up, but just as they're about to destroy the planet with everyone on the ground, in the nick of time, Goku, Vegeta, and Raditz both all shows up in order to face off against the Frost Demons, with Vegeta facing off against Frieza, having some unknown issues. Raditz, Cold, and Goku, Cooler, and Goku Cooler, each of them in their most powerful transformations. Goku in UI, Vegeta in Ultra Ego, and Raditz is Primal God form transformation. And they rush on each other, and your Frost Demons think it's gonna be a piece of cake. Nah. The Saiyans are actually stronger than all three of them. As everyone goes out, and their battles is ripping apart reality itself. As the Grand Priest intervenes and puts a barrier around Earth in order for it to not go outside of the planet. As imagine what's happening in a reality movie. They break through the fabric of their time, and they all enter this perfect void. With Goku and everybody else confused, they battle continues through world after world. As they see Goku dressed as a superhero, and Goku, still as a kid in Super Saiyan 4, fighting out against Omega Shenron. They see a kid with a drum with his corpse activated, which is having pink Q. As he looks up, they transporting throughout these universes, breaking reality times. As Goku powers up a Command Meta, Vegeta got Gun, and Raditz powers up a Double Sunday. I still can't believe that's his actual name, a Double Sunday. As they fire at the demons, re-entering their own reality, back to the base, with the Earth decimated. But they know they can repair damages with the Dragon Balls. Keep that in mind. And they blast off an attack, and the Frost Demon tries to hold back as Goku activates his Kaioken time 20 and give it a boost. As they are going all out, as Vegeta blasts his code in Hakaishin energy. As Raditz using his maximum power, he's using his full strength. And it injures the Frost Demons, not being enough to kill them, as they decide to retreat, to come back and fight another time. And Goku, realizing that they're out here, realizes he has to keep training. Everyone does, because they nearly lost the thing. So they go and grab the Earth Dragon Balls. And after a year, they revive everybody that was killed in the attack in this cold and repair the damages to the universe and the planet. I'm just gonna say, in order to make a powerful Dragon Balls enough to do this, then they have the same thing as Piccolo God, actually being an actual god, now having a god aura, and having his own orange transformation, just as Piccolo does, in order to power up the Dragon Balls and Shenron a bit for a specific reason. But something that happened in GZ, I'm going to do the same thing here, but that's just me now. But they repair the damages, and the Frost Demons are upset that the monkeys is even able to pass them. But that's how I'm going to end this part off right here. Hope hope you enjoyed part 7 of Board of Goku was a Berserk